Houston, Tranquility Base here. The Meeple has landed.
Evening, everyone, and welcome to the Vitruvian Meeple's production of Echoes of the Undying. I am your host, Trevor the Vitruvian Meeple, here as always with Matt, Julie, Ray, Patrick, and ECAT. We are back for the penultimate episode of Chapter 2. This one is called The Anatomy of Control. Let's see what that means. Last time on, as you step into the lift, the gates hiss shut. The descent isn't a drop, it's a violent extraction. Your ears pop painfully and the heat of the forge is replaced by a damp, ancient chill. You aren't just going down, you're going back in time, to the foundations the mountain was built on. The lift is so fast, even a slow, gradual deceleration turns your innards upside down momentarily. As it comes to a stop, you are in total darkness as you hear the gates hiss back open. When Seraphina summons light, what greets you, and now we continue, is an ancient passage carved out of the very stone that is the heart of Verkbaar, and a silence so absolute it feels like a physical weight around your eardrums. A dim light emits from somewhere down the corridor and around a corner. But the ancient, warm, gnomish stonework is being polluted, corrupted with something much darker, more foul. Again, the same black, oily vines from the Great Lift, and Zahar from a vision that you had quite a while ago where you almost got sucked into the portal with some black, oily vines. Those are now looking very familiar. Infuse this place, but now you can see them pulsing. And you can't quite hear them, but you can feel the sound, even if it doesn't register in your ears. Pulsing, giant blood vessels bringing whatever is being processed out of all of Quendal's victims. This isn't a factory, it's a cathedral, a monument to all that can be achieved when an inventor disregards should in the name of could. And somewhere in this place, in this silence, Tequila, your grandfather's universal constant, is alive, breathing, and calculating your arrival. What would you like to do?
What do we see by besides the faint light down the corridor?
You can see it is, this is a stone passageway, very, very old, ancient, carved out of the very stone where you are here in literally the heart of Verkbaar. You don't really see any runes or anything, but again, you do see, those same infesting black vine, tentacle, whatever they are, things. They have covered the walls here. And even though you can't hear them, you can smell it. And the smell is both greasy and rank at the same time. it almost smells slightly organic. But of course, that would be silliness.
Yeah, right.
Okay. I have, it's probably a silly question.
Okay?
Is the tunnel gnome-sized or large enough that, the rest of us who are not quite so vertically challenged can walk
Hey!
upright?
Hey!
So you can walk upright, but barely. This corridor was intended. You would guess from looking at it was intended for gnomes, but was probably made with a little extra headroom just in case they wanted to bring some of the longleggers down here at some point.
And make it look grandiose.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't imagine what this might have looked like when it was still new and when this was a thriving part of Verkbaar. You don't even know how long ago that might have been. You can't even guess.
Tequila turns to Seraphina and asks, "Can you burn that slimy stuff off of the walls?"
I should be able to, but let's do a small test batch to make sure it does not create a conflagration that consumes us all.
Or for that matter, just asphyxiates us. I don't know what the air conditioning is like down here, but...
Okay.
So, well, hold on. With that, I'd like to make either a case or a history roll, because at one point amongst all of Takeedle's hyperfixations, he did read a book or two about Verkbaar Mount in his studies and read history about, its origins and what's deep down underneath. So, would Takeedle, can he have access to that? Should I roll for it?
Yeah, let's roll. I'm going to make it a difficulty 5 history check.
Throwing in a level of effort.
Okay. Nice. So, yes, you have, you do remember in one of the, this was the, one of the history of Verkbaar volumes that you managed to get a hold of. And you didn't really get much. It didn't mention a whole lot of details. It did mention you can only guess that this is what they were referring to as literally the heart of Verkbaar. And even in a historical reference, this is spoken of in terms of reverence. Not just for what it was, but for, even at that point, how inexplicably old it is. You can... The theory that it was, in fact, originally dug by gnomes is just that, a theory. No one is alive who had an ancestor who was alive, who had an ancestor who remembers when these might have been constructed. As far as gnomish lore goes, they have simply always been here. But the gnomes being less, I would say, less religious than most other ancestries and more focused on technology and innovation. Um, you the gnomes as a whole are kind of hesitant to chalk it up to divine, you know, divine providence or what have you. Um, but they have no one has any idea by whom or even how long ago they were built. They were dug.
Oh, so the problem could have already been here.
It did. You don't remember hearing it. You don't remember reading anything about any kind of infestation like this. Um, it was even in, again, even at this age, it was written about as a thing of mechanical and engineering beauty. That it was, the tunnels were shaped to flow along with the natural flow patterns of the stone of the mountain. And at no point do you remember it mentioning anything about black inky tentacle stuff.
So no tech specs as far as, ventilation ducts and
Yeah.
stuff. Well, damn.
As long as the vines aren't trying to actively strangle us, I think we may be okay for the time being.
You can, again, you can see and kind of feel that there is something being pumped through them. It is coming, the direction is going in the direction that you are facing. So away from the lift, deeper into the mountain.
Well, we might as well go. Fate is
Flowing
calling
this
us
way,
forward.
we might as well go with the flow.
And as you go down and round the corner, you can start to see a kind of almost metallic light coming from further down, and you follow it until you get.
Oh dear, he's pulling something up. Whoa.
There. The air in the chamber is a suffocating mix of ozone, wet iron, and the sharp hiss of overheated brass. Dominating the center is a vertically mounted brass drum, 20 feet of mirror-polished metal, etched with billions of microscopic runes. The machine is bucking. Every few seconds, the drum jolts until, with a deafening crunching, it jams against one of the 5 clusters of oily vines and calcified marrow wedged into its joints. Sparks fly and scalding steam erupts from the vents as the engine tries to grind through the obstruction. A view screen on a gimbal arm extends down to eye level, magnifying a few of the runes. Tequila, you recognize them. It's Gnomish, but it's a very dense, technical shorthand. This is your grandfather's entire life's work, recorded in brass. But with the machine jammed, the data is flickering and fragmented. You'll have to get close to the vibrating core to piece the logic together. Suddenly, heavy brass shutters slam over the exits. High above, a sludgy, cloudy liquid begins to churn through
Thank
glass.
you for letting me know the dogs.
High above, a sludgy, cloudy liquid begins to churn through glass tubes in the ceiling. Mechanical arms unfold from the drum's chassis, lashing out like silver whips. A cold voice, layered with a dozen discordant gnomish accents, screams from the walls. Foreign contaminants detected. Purge sequence initiated. A sapphire gauge on the wall flickers to life. It sits at 2. The red line at 12 is glowing with a heat that feels like an expiration date. Roll initiative.
We should go to my home next because they only want to murder me. The rest of you should be fine.
I don't have a home.
I'm sure my family will adopt you. They don't like their son a whole lot.
Oh, yeah, this is... There we go. Okay, so
That at least counteracts the one that I got.
I was just about to say, in the interest of expediency, we can simply say that the major effect from your 20, Matt, is that it counteracts the GM intrusion from ECAT's 1. Love it. Okay.
You just got it out of the way, Cat. It's done.
Yep. Oh, ah.
Knock, knock, knock.
On heaven's door.
Sees
Let's go ahead and start the...
Seraphina, kind of hesitate there, and he just kind of nudges her.
All right. Hereward, you are first to act.
Taquito, the hentai tentacles are bad, right?
I don't know if you've seen them in your home realm, but we didn't exactly plant these centuries ago.
I would guess the ones going into the machine are probably exceptionally bad for us right now.
Okay, so
Yeah.
a little weeding is in order, right?
Yes. We'll give
That's
you a
the
little
worst
plastic
phrase,
string
just-
and have you spin real fast.
I was going to say, come on, big quacker, time to use your whacker.
No.
Oh,
Yes, the tone of the game has just descended into
Yep.
the gutter.
Yep.
All right. So how big are these clusters?
They are probably just slightly smaller around than you are.
Okay, so wondering if duck smash or if I should just try and pull, I mean, they're about 5 feet around. Yep. Get the hammer
Made
out.
out of a whole bunch of small ones, so you might be able to make some progress at least.
Yep.
Okay. That will be a difficulty 7. Might check and or attack roll.
Okie dokie. No, I said 2, not 3.
Oh!
Don't.
Don't!
Okay, just gonna re-roll that.
Okay.
Okay. Well,
And
yeah, let's just keep with the failure and not the massive failure. So there's just this kind of splort sound as
Yep.
the maul goes in and doesn't really do anything.
All right. That makes it to Ketel's turn.
Okay. To
This is an
Ketel,
engineering problem. You're an engineer. There should be an engineering solution to it.
that's what I'm trying to get at here. So where are in the immediate in Tick's immediate range of vision and awareness, does he see any literal ports of entry? Like where something gets put into something else?
Make me a perception roll, and this is going to be difficulty 4.
Perception. Nope.
Might be a good time to re-roll that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I've got the stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, I'm down to. Sorry. So I took the other. So that means I am down to 0
No,
because I
you-
took 4. What?
Remember, we're not we're doing advancements as milestones.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah,
Yay.
so
Good.
yep.
Thank you.
Yep.
Okay. We do. We gonna do that again. Gig. There we go. Oh, I could have just done
Yeah,
that.
just just hit the reroll button.
There we go.
go.
Yay.
Okay.
That works.
Yes, in fact, you see, you're looking at that view screen, and you can see that it is, you can probably adjust it a little bit, and there is actually a console that, that you could go to. So what would you like to do?
I would like to get at that damn screen.
Okay.
Are there what is on the floor around us?
On the floor around you is actually surprisingly little. The floor itself is made of what looks like some kind of steel. It is actually a solid floor, which is something you haven't seen very much of in Verkbaar. There are some. There is some mechanical detritus around. Nothing that you can really that would immediately catch your eye as anything that would be inherently useful.
Okay. All right. So yes, I head towards the screen.
Okay. And you get there, and yeah, you can see that what this view screen is doing is magnifying some of the runes in this drum to something that resembles legible height. It's still going by very quickly. You can try to maybe use the controls to try to maybe slow it down and see if you can find any kind of pattern or anything. I will also tell you, for the purposes of party coherency and whatnot, that you immediately think of Seraphina's skills in research would probably be very, very helpful here.
Haha.
But you can also take a crack at it as well.
Due to everything, Tick kind of, goes for it first.
Okay. Make me a difficulty 5. This is going to be an intellect-based check. You're not going to be able to use any of your tinkering stuff. You're not going to be able to use there's your problem. Because really, the only solution is figuring out how to control the thing. There's not really a whole lot of branching options here.
Mm-hmm. So just straight up intellect?
Unless there's something else you want to try to sell me.
Identifying?
No.
No. Nope, I got nothing.
Okay. And
Try to flash your investigative skills. No, wait. Am I having 2 minutes? Is this okay? This is I am deciphering the symbols. I'm not messing with any of the equipment, correct? Or am I trying to manipulate the monitor to slow down and?
yeah, I think if you want to, so you can probably try to do one or the other. Decipher. Okay, yeah, so it is an action to initiate. So this is a language that you do understand.
Yes.
This is Gnomish. It's just, like I said, it's a very dense technical shorthand. And it's not... I think... No, I would say this is... Your best bet is to try to use the machine's controls to slow down the drum and see what you can find.
Okay, so I have investigative skills where I can be trained in 2 skills that I'm not already trained, which includes tinkering with devices.
You already chose those.
Okay, never mind. Fine, straight up intellect.
Okay.
Difficulty 5.
Nice. So you slow down enough. You can't slow it down like permanently, but you can kind of, not quite pause it, but at least slow it for enough that you can get a couple of images and glimpses of things. You identify very quickly the fact that your grandfather was not as dumb as his wife may have believed him to be. There is a failsafe in here that if you can find it and activate it, will very distinctly make it easier to finish the job that you have. And that makes Zelda's turn.
All right. So, seeing as attacking the vines looks like it's going to be difficult, I'm going to take a different tack.
Okay.
So on the walls, from the looks of the diagram, there are pipes, and on those pipes are valves, correct?
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to go over there, and I'm going to see if I can puzzle out if any of the valves seem to go up towards the top where the weird liquid is starting to move.
Make me a perception check. It's going to be difficulty 7.
No, not persuasion, perception. 2 totally different words, Pat.
Right? Nice. Yes, you do actually. You manage to trace trace the pipes around the absolute labyrinth that has been constructed here. You don't find a shutoff valve, but you do find something that would probably at least pause the increase of whatever is going to be building up, that is the purge sequence.
Excellent. I'm going to try that.
Okay. That's going to be a difficulty 5 intellectual. Nice. Okay.
All right. Buying some time.
Yep.
Hurry up,
Serafina.
guys.
Okay. The runes, which means that there's some sort of gnomish magic going on. I don't know gnomish magic. I don't know gnomish magic. That was more of a mouthful than I thought it was going to be.
Okay. But
So let's see.
I say you do. You being fluent in the mother tongue, you have enough of an idea of gnomish. You can, linguistics has always been one of your passions. So you know enough of this that, I mean, the actual technical knowledge is probably beyond what you know, but you can at least read it.
Okay. So, hey, Tick, why don't you and I put our heads together to see if we can translate this?
I do not have any skill that would work for.
No, Tick.
Oh, I'm sorry. I heard ECAT. I can't help.
Right.
Sounds good.
Okay.
So you can still get over and attempt to try to decipher some of this as well if you wish.
Yes.
You could also use your action to give Takeedle an asset. It is up to you.
I will give Takeedle an asset.
Okay. All right. Actually, I'll say because you are trained in research, we'll make it 2 assets.
Woohoo.
Excellent.
Nice.
Zahar.
This is way beyond my scope. So I'm going to just go with my instincts and continue as I've done in the past and just cast the bubble of protection in case somebody touches something that makes something go boom.
Okay.
Which is always a likely possibility.
Exactly.
Yep. Okay. You do that thing.
This group, yeah.
And then at the end of the round, so at this point, the vibration in the brass is beginning to vibrate in your teeth. And it is getting difficult to concentrate. All intellect-based tasks are going to be hindered by 1 step. Howard.
Hit me.
Hit you.
Question.
Yes.
Will slowing the drum down help at all?
Slowing the drum down would help Seraphina and Takeedle, but would not do anything to stop the increase of the bird sequence.
Okay. And Zell is turning valves, right?
Yeah. Zell is he's kind of going at valves at random. Probably just enough that it looks like he's basically treading water. He's keeping it from getting that much worse, but it's not making it better. Actually. Yep, okay. So we're still back. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, they mentioned a failsafe. Do we have any idea what we're looking for? Big red button.
That's what Seraphina and Takeedle are trying to figure out.
Just trying to think of stuff I could actually do to help.
I mean, you can continue to try to. I mean, pulling out the plugs is a viable strategy.
Okay, I will continue
Okay.
trying to do that.
Do you want to choose violence in this moment?
I want to choose irritation in this moment.
Okay.
Unless, okay, hold on. If I'm attacking them, then I'm choosing violence. If it's just I'm doing strength checks, like literally trying to rip them out, I'll choose irritation.
You can do whichever one you want. Either way, it's difficulty 7.
Okay. And either way, it's just what flavor I want to do.
Well, no, because you're trained in attacks.
In smashy.
Yeah, you're trained in
okay.
smashy.
Yeah, well, all right. Let's get dangerous.
Okay.
I said the thing. Yes.
You said the thing. Yep.
Right.
Nice. You have managed to unseat one of the plugs. What happens? This goes down.
The swing is good.
Yep. Well done. Takeedle.
All right. Powers of translation.
Okay, so this is a difficulty 5. You have 2 assets from Seraphina.
Since I don't, is this a straight up intellect
Yeah.
again?
Yep.
Okay. And assets.
And remember,
One,
you can put effort on this too.
I will put effort into it too.
Okay.
Wait, this is intellect. How am I doing on intellect? Not bad. Okay.
Yeah.
So
you still got plenty.
we'll go 2.
Okay.
I like it.
Okay. So yeah, you got that, and yeah. So that does 1, 2. Okay. Yeah. Between the two of you, you're actually, I wouldn't say you're making quick work of it, but between Seraphina's knack of knowing where to look and your skill at knowing, like, putting the numbers together, you are making actually pretty darn good progress. Zell.
Okay, I like this idea of trying to pull the plugs.
Okay.
So, since I think I've done what I've been able to, for the moment at least, with trying to slow things down, I am instead going to use my encouragement to encourage uh, Howard and Zahar to do some, violence to the plug work inside of the system.
Excellent.
And anybody else who wants to punch something.
Yep.
So, if Chiquita, you want to hit that thing, by all means.
Yeah. Just do remember, and it wouldn't have mattered for yours. You would have made it anyway. Intellect tasks are hindered by one step because of the buzzing from the.
I didn't mark
Yep,
that.
that's
Okay.
okay. It's okay.
Okay.
No big. Yep.
Thank you.
Okay. Encouragement has been activated. Seraphina.
Okay, I'm just gonna keep working with Tick until we can get enough of a clue as to how to shut this thing down.
Okay. So you are continuing to assist Tick. Tick will continue to have 2 assets. Zahar.
I call and activate my scimitar at this point.
Okay.
I think it's already been pulled. I don't remember where we left off, but it's now in my hand and glowing.
Excellent.
I walk over to the nearest fiber branch thing.
Okay.
And I attempt to just slice through it because
Okay.
choose violence.
Difficulty 7, and you have, and your roll is eased by 1 from encouragement.
Okay. By 1. I'm going to throw level effort. Which do I do? Okay. I'm re-rolling that sucker.
Okay.
Because never mind.
Okay. Yeah. So you let's see. Okay. Okay.
I can give you an XP if you.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
have
let
spare
me
XP.
re-roll it again.
No,
I've
okay.
got XP to do it once more if the GM will let me.
Yeah, absolutely. Wow.
Okay. Orange Jesus has spoken.
I get so much feedback, I go unconscious at this point. You know.
No, actually,
Damn.
here is what happens. You bring your scimitar down on the vines. And do you remember, where was that? Where was it with the, I think it was on the Iron Path that you felt like some of Zahar's energy being pulled
Mm-hmm.
from you. You feel that even more. And you hear in the back of your mind a cry of fear and panic that you recognize as Arashki, but it's quiet. It sounds very, very far away.
Okay.
Okay, so this takes up by 2 and then 1 for the failure. So you're now at 6. And we're back to Duck Smash.
Okay. So hard, we must pull out these Shun's hair plugs.
Okay, that is 3.
This is not what I wanted to click. Okay.
Difficulty 7. You are also now eased by 1 due to Zell.
Yep.
Nice.
Okay. And that's prim, but I think I'm going to do it. I am going to burn almost my last speed point, going down to 1 speed and do successive attacks.
Okay.
And of course, I've used all of my effort, so this is kind of a Hail Mary, but
I mean, you don't have to.
no, but you know,
Okay.
not. He senses the urgency
Okay.
of everything despite the rage. You know, why do I keep on hitting the edit button and not the? Wait a minute. No, Yep. Okay, that actually makes it possible. Said make it with the clicky. Nope.
Okay.
It was worth a shot.
Yep. Tikheedle. You are hindered if you try anything intellect-based.
Well, still working on the
Okay.
hindered or not.
Yep.
So
Difficulty 5.
difficulty 5.
You have 2 assets.
2 assets.
Hindered by 1.
Back to E. Okay, there we go. Hindered by well. Yay. Final difficulty 4. We'll throw in 1. And boom. Ooh.
Would you like to reroll that?
Yeah, let's reroll
Okay.
that.
There you go. All right. So yeah, that is.
Yay.
You are absolutely closing in on whatever fail-safe tripwire your grandfather put into this. Along the way, you are also learning more about his work with the universal constant. Analyzing it is probably a task for another day. Zell.
Let's see. I don't think I can assist Tech or Seraphina directly because I don't have the skills that they're using, correct?
So you, as long as you don't have an inability in something, you can use your action to give them an asset. However, there is a cap of 2 assets on any given roll, and right now Tick is getting both of them from Seraphina. If you have a skill that you are trained in that might be something they could use, you could switch your encouragement to that.
That's what I was thinking, but I
Yeah.
don't have any relevant skills aside from
Okay.
perception, really.
Yeah, no.
I could almost make a pitch for scrounging, but we aren't scrounging for anything yet.
Nope.
We needed to find a tool or something, maybe.
It's just a big Allen key.
So you can continue to encourage if you wish. You can also Try to see if you can find something to maybe brace some of the pipes. Maybe see if you can stem some of the flow, or at least some of the vibration that way. You probably
Yeah, actually, that sounds like a good idea because I already at least got an idea of what's going on with the pipes.
okay.
So I'm going to try to work on those.
Okay, that will be a difficulty 5 might check.
Oof, might.
Yep.
Never use might.
I mean, you're literally grabbing these things and trying to hold them still.
First time for
Come on,
everything.
put your abs into it.
I can always rest.
Brace-
Chiseled
brace-
things
brace
just
it
for show.
before.
Or...
Oh! There we go!
Nice.
All right. Yeah.
Someone can roll above a 1.
Woo!
Okay, so I'm going to get those points back, so I don't have to rest
Yep.
for those.
Yeah. Whatever. You're not actually even quite sure what you did. But something you put a major kink in the hose here. And Serafina.
We are so incredibly close to figuring this out, Tech. Just keep on going. Just a little bit more.
Okay, continuing with the assist.
Yep.
Okay.
Wait, is that supposed to be a minus in front of that? Oh,
What?
shit. There's an equation. They just
Right.
have a minus in the wrong spot.
Yep.
Oh, right. Reverse the value. Never mind.
So Zahar.
Mm-hmm.
How you doing over there?
I'm actually going to take an action and recover some might strength so I can go help
Okay.
the duck.
Make it a roll.
No,
Can't win for losing.
that at least brings me up almost to full
Okay.
might strength so I can go help him next time.
Okay.
That's why you take the bonus on your recovery rolls right there.
Yep. And we are in now round 4. Howard.
It's,
Smashy smashy time.
yep.
Okay.
What ain't fixed might as well break. Okay, not getting the encouragement anymore from Zell, correct?
Yes, that is correct. Nice.
Didn't need it.
You've been encouraged by your own successes so
Yep.
far.
Well, he's just realized that, some glimmer of thought has pierced into the red rage that's like, okay, this is working. Just keep doing.
Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming.
In this case, swinging.
Yeah.
Tick. You are still hindered by 1, but you have 2 assets from Serafina.
Oh, I'm going to need those. We're at a difficulty 7 now?
Nope. Difficulty. It is difficulty 5.
Okay, let me close that and redo it.
Okay.
And there we go. That's so much better. Hindrance. And sensing closeness. Popping in 2. Oh, nope.
Reroll that, man.
Rerolling.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Reroll it again. I will give you an experience point, man.
I'm
So will I.
There we go.
Damn. It's feast or famine in this one.
The 3 nat ones in a row. That's
If they were physical dice, they would have been thrown across the room.
Yep.
I would have pulled a hairword and just like gotten a hammer out and just started smashing them for you.
Okay.
Fortunately, I have one right here.
There you go.
I'm not at home, so I don't have access to Meow Meow.
So, your grandfather was an extremely clever individual and hid parts of this process in different parts of the notes of his research. You are also an incredibly intelligent individual and found the pattern, the things that didn't quite fit. And you put it together. And you look up at Seraphina and you say, I think that's got it. And you press the button. The pressure does not stop. The challenge is not beaten. However, you can see that what actually happens is the holes where the vines have invaded, you can actually see what almost looks like it almost looks like the brass itself is growing. It's probably, you would, if you had to take a guess in this moment, the first thing that's coming to your mind is some kind of nanotechnology. But it is actually gripping, it grows in around the vines and starts constricting the vines. So getting rid of the vines will now be much easier. Zell.
Well, given that the vines are yet again on the menu, I'm going to again switch back to encouraging our illustrious strong folks in the hopes that they don't roll another one.
Okay. Seraphina. Again, there are also things that you can do to kind of manage the environment and try to keep the gauge from increasing.
The mechanical aspect is completely out of my realm.
That's right. So you know that gnomish magic is at this point a bit of an inaccurate term. Whatever inherent magic that the gnomes as an ancestry have, the vast majority of it has been rechanneled into artifice. Tick is actually one of the most magical gnomes that you know, and it's not because of what he can do, it's because of how his body is. And at some point, I mean, you get something hot enough, anything will melt.
Okay. I just gotta figure out where I'm gonna aim the fire. Okay, I'm gonna try aiming for one of the places where the up higher up where the vine thingies are going into the big brass thing.
Okay.
Okay.
That is now you're using onslaught.
Yep.
Okay.
Onslaught.
Hey, it's an
Physical.
attack.
So it is an attack. You are also hindered by 1,
Okay.
so it evens out.
Okay. So, hindered by 1. Let's see.
But then it's eased by 1 because of encouragement. So just bring it back to 0.
So don't worry about
Yeah.
it. Just
Okay. There we go. Oof.
so close.
Okay. Where am I? Okay. I'm using an XP to reroll.
Okay.
One more time. Nope.
Oh,
Okay.
That was
okay, stop.
okay.
And this is why none of us should go to the casino.
Right.
Yep.
Except
It's
maybe
getting
you.
worse each time.
Okay. I'm tapping out.
Zahar.
So,
Come on, it's got to be good this time.
I'm just gonna follow like Heward's lead and grab the nearest vine thingy and just give it a good old fashioned body thrown against it type of pull
Okay.
using all my body weight.
Difficulty 5.
Because at this point, this is just a might roll, right?
Yeah. You can. Yeah.
I don't really have anything.
Chop with the sword if that actually does.
Well, the last time I rolled 3 1s in a row. I'm just gonna go for brute force at this point.
Okay.
So, but this still
Enough.
constitute an attack because it's kind of a wrestling maneuver.
Yes. Yeah. This is basically an unarmed attack.
Yeah, so a might roll.
Yep. Hey, it's Nice.
not a 1.
Yay!
Well, there is a 1, but it's followed by a
Another.
3, so that's
Right.
good.
A pair of 1s and another pair of 1s.
Yeah, I just wrap my arms around and like throw my body weight back.
Yep. And you can tell that whatever has changed in the brass drum has actually weakened them significantly. But it is the end of the round, and this goes up 2.
Yeah.
Another 1. Yep. Okay. So we're at 6. We're still there. Howard, there's 1 left.
1 left. Let's do this.
Okay. Difficulty 5.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Honestly.
There we go.
There we go.
Wow.
Wow.
These dice do not like
Wow.
us tonight.
Seriously.
Boundary. Jesus.
Yep.
Punishing us for avoiding them for so long.
Right?
Apparently.
It's big mad, just like when you leave and your cat doesn't want to talk to you.
Right?
Uh-huh.
Oh, we're not going to talk about the things that the cats did while we were gone.
Nope. Okay. So yeah, as the last Howard, as you smash the last set of vines, instantly the whining stops from everyone except possibly Zahar.
Damn, that was cold.
Purge sequence deactivated.
Oh, thank God. Goddess.
And you have a moment to catch your breath. And as you look around and as you're kind of sitting there collecting yourselves, you do actually come upon a couple of actual manifest ciphers, and I have 2 manifest ciphers and 3 subtle ciphers for anyone who would like it. For the subtle cipher, the first one is one time you can act as if you are specialized in any one intellect-based task, even if you have no training in it. Second one is for one encounter, you may re-roll 1 die per round, keeping the better result.
Zahar, I think you want that one.
That is the foresight. And the last one is a burst of cold mechanical clarity. You can immediately restore 6 points to your intellect.
Well, that should go to either Tick or Serafina.
Okay. So would anybody be interested? Are we allowed to trade ciphers with each other?
Yes.
Okay. Would anyone be interested in my gas bomb cipher? Because I have a feeling that's would be useful.
Zell.
I'm trying to think which one I should get rid of.
Well, let me also tell you what's still on the menu,
Yeah.
because we have 2 more.
Hmm.
We have a brass drafting tool with a needle that drips blue ink. When traced over a door or wall, it draws a shimmering portal. The user can pass through up to 2 feet of solid material as if it were a sketch on paper. And the last one is a heavy copper tuning fork. When struck against a machine or construct, it emits a frequency that unaligns its parts. The target takes 6 points of damage, and that machine or construct is considered hindered in all tasks for 3 rounds.
Heck, you know what?
Pick yours.
You want those?
You want the tuning fork?
Yes. I'll
Tuning
get
fork?
rid of the gravity.
Okay.
I got this gravity anchor. We're not going to need that. Alt and then click delete.
Yeah. But they didn't actually give it to you. That's unfortunate. Yeah. So
There we go.
Just to clear up
There
the
it is.
spot first.
And then Zahar got Zahar got the Clockwork Foresight. Nope. So there we go. So we have the specialized in intellect task, a recovery of intellect, and the one-time walk through walls.
Let's see. Okay, I will take the gas bomb off of Seraphina.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, let's see. How
Drop
do
it on the thing.
how do I basically trade it?
I think here. Let me try it and see if what I think will work. Will work.
Yep.
Nope. Yep. Okay, so you got that. Okay.
Okay. So then I will take the intellect recovery one.
Okay. Search. Okay, so that leaves the specialized in a task and the door for Howard and who?
I think Harewood should take the pass-through wall door.
Okay, so I am going to quaff the nice, refreshing bottle of Verkbaar Mount Pale Ale that I swiped from the bar when we
Okay.
were leaving, which is the Rejuvenator cipher that
Love
I
it.
rolled up. So I'm going to recover 4 points of might.
Okay.
That one goes away.
Yep. And
What is it? Alt click.
yeah.
Okay.
And you have the scribe's compass.
Okay.
Okay, and then so who didn't get yet?
Oh, I picked up the one from Seraphina.
Yeah, but so there there's still the specialized in one task. Which if you use that, you would then be able to give 2 assets with or you'd then be able to use encouragement for that skill.
What's
True.
the other cipher you have?
So I have the gas bomb and I have a high level disarm as well.
What does the gas bomb do?
It depends. You roll a die to see what kind of gas you get, which can be anything like smoke to like nerve gas or rage gas. That's a good one. Good God.
Oh
I just
yeah,
want to throw it at your head and see what happens.
Howard, make me a level 2 intellect check,
Sure.
and you cannot use points.
Yep. Because it's funnier that way.
Okay, this.
Oh no.
Mm-hmm.
Oh Jesus.
Tell me when you're standing pat. Oh no.
Jesus.
So you will take the best of these rolls.
Yes. Which is
Failure.
Still
failure.
Yes, but
By 1.
yes, but thankfully not a no longer a GM intrusion. So let's see. I would like you this. Make me a difficulty 7 attack roll. No, I'm not telling you what you're attacking.
Okay.
I attack the dark.
No! Oh no! Oh no!
Dear.
What?
Oh boy.
Which one of us just got clobbered?
I don't think you guys got clobbered. I think the machine just got smacked.
Yeah. Yeah, the drum is nice and dented now. And you still need to make the intellect check.
Okay, can I have my major effect
Yes.
be that I actually get an acid on?
Actually, we'll just make the major effect be that you just come out of it.
Okay, that it just exhausts
Yeah.
the rage.
Yeah.
Then,
Yeah. So you so Howard, red-eyed, slavering at the mouth, holding this thing, just takes his maul and comes up and swings against this brass drum that resonates like a bell, and so does he, just like in a cartoon. And yes, you would like to know if someone got the license plate of that camel.
At which point, I down the beer.
Okay. Tick, how are you reacting to the fact that a waterfowl, friend though he may be, just potentially could have destroyed your grandfather's life's work that you have just found and obviously are interested in, but have been deciphering with Seraphina's help?
There's some mixed emotions there. We're having some cognitive dissonance.
The thing did try to murder all of us. I mean, recall
I know. But that wasn't inherent in the system.
You said machine bad. Smash machine. Instructions unclear. Keep smashing.
Right.
Duck smash good. Fist bump.
Yep.
So first thing he does is checks to see if the writing up against the drum is still decipherable. At the point of impact.
Yeah. So I will leave this to you. If you would like to make a player intrusion, we can say that yes, it is. If you would like to accept a GM intrusion, we will say that no, it's not. Otherwise, you'll roll for it.
Then we will go with the player intrusion.
There you go.
And what am I rolling?
No, you're not.
Oh.
Yeah, if the fact that you chose a player intrusion meant that there was no roll, it is still decipherable.
Okay.
Yes.
If you had chosen...
There's just a big dent in the room that says, please read the instruction manual before operating this.
You crane your head and read around the dents and the creases. Das Maschinen ist nicht für Gefingerpoken und Mittengreifen.
Please do not operate machine with hands or genitals.
Do not operate heavy machinery under... Yeah. So, yes, thankfully, by some stroke of dumb luck,
or some stroke of dumb duck.
I say of lum duck, yeah. The drum has not been irreparably damaged.
Good.
So, Tech, I do have a question. What is that supposed to do anyway? I mean, when it's not trying to kill us.
Well, um,
Because I presume it's still operating at this point, doing what it's supposed to be doing.
So
yeah, without being hindered by those
yeah.
blasted goo. Bleh.
So what it's doing, it hasn't deactivated, but it has like gone basically into hibernation mode. What this is, Tick, you heard stories about these from your father, who had never seen one, who he heard from his father, who, now that you think about it, you think you remember your father saying at one point that your grandfather had never seen one, which is obviously not true. This is a knowledge archive. And actually, now that you think about it, it might actually be true, because it doesn't get, you don't come down and like carve your runes into the brass. This is something that is common to all of Verkbaar. And a massive amount of knowledge and discovery and science and innovation was almost lost. And not just because of Howard.
No, he didn't help.
Yeah. The vines did a massive amount of damage to this thing. In order to get it back up into actual working order would take far longer than you have right now. And would be no small feat for someone with small
Even though
feet.
we have small feet.
Yeah.
So it's a library, basically.
It's an automatically updating library.
So, Tick, what does it know about Oshun?
It is currently in hibernate mode. So you have gotten everything that you're going to get out of it at this point.
Stupid universal constant.
Right. Now
It's 6.8. Oh, come on.
Zell, as you are, so this is your archival synchronization. You ask that question, and you get in. You hear kind of almost like a little voice in the back of your mind, just for a moment, give you some kind of message about archive currently offline. Check back later. We apologize for the inconvenience.
Huh. I think somebody has to climb in there and hammer that dent back out.
Oldie Gnomish 404 error.
Yep. Okay. Does anyone want to do anything before you continue? Yes. Oh, as you know, as everything shut down and the purge sequence deactivated, the exit on the far side of the room reopened. You may take some time in here to recover if you wish.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
I will say I would not recommend more than a 10-minute recovery.
I would like to do that, however.
Okay, yeah.
Well, mine is already like I need to do the
3,
10 hours, so I
no.
can't do
Oof.
anything.
Yeah.
Ooh,
8. Awesome. I'm going to put.
Hold on, I gotta do math.
this is it. So while the others are recovering,
Mhm.
then I'm going to use some of the excess heat from the pipes and stuff to make myself a cup of tea.
Okay. You have a lovely cup of tea.
Tick takes out the ornithopter
Okay.
and using the scan function and just sends it up to get a perspective from above the main drum.
There we go. Not
So
up to full on anything, but I'm much better.
um so this is it looks like the inside of this cylinder uh is made to rotate pretty much constantly. Um the fact that it is currently still, even through just your scan, like crawls up your spine. It's just not right. It's just not right. Um, and that's partially because you put two together in your head and realize that if it's in hibernate mode, it's not recording.
Right. It's like a phonograph wax cylinder but in the etching portion where
Yeah.
it just takes in the information and records it. So this is going to be some kind of era lost to gnomish history.
Yes. If so, you also reports are unclear as to how many of these things there are, or
Oh,
were,
okay.
or still are.
Hmm.
Um, it is certainly feasible that this might be the only one left.
Hmm.
So on the one hand, one can assume, looking at the vines, that the enemy has been using this and now doesn't have it, which is great. We need to figure out how to make it work for us. Which, seeing as how things were upstairs, there's still someone here at least we need to take care of.
Unless, I mean, I don't know if this is possible because this is not my thing. Is it possible that some sort of mechanical brain has, somehow, gone over to the dark side? That the technology just basically grew enough of its own intellect to just go off the rails? Sorry, I'm addressing this to Dick.
It's not in the nature of the technology to. That's not an option. Or rather, it's not supposed to be an option. And in order to manipulate the technology for nefarious means
Yeah.
requires, as you can see, he points to, requires a massive amount of energy and effort and evil. It's not going to happen on its own.
Yeah.
Members of Taquito's family were, or those bearing his surname, were integrated.
According to that book, integrated at least doesn't mean neutralized.
Maybe just like how many though was in the ledger? Do any of us remember, or Trevor?
Like how many gnomes
Yeah.
overall, you mean?
Yep.
You didn't do a count, but it was several pages.
Okay, so
filled
it wasn't
with
like
no, it was this is
it wasn't like 5
No.
because I had that horrible thought seeing the bone protrusions on the tentacles that those were them. Sorry,
nope,
completely.
nope, it's all good. No, you're talking at least a few hundred.
Yikes.
Depending on, I mean, several hundred, possibly even into 1,000, even up to or above 1,000. And remember, the first ledger account of one of Tick's cousins was 15 days ago, and he was not by any means the first name in the ledger.
This was just the recorder. This is the scribe. There's a main console that this information comes from. That this machine receives instructions. We need to find that place and who's in there. He looks around. He's like, I suggest we get moving.
Okay. And you
And
continue.
Tick starts to walk out the door.
Okay.
With the ornithopter, of course.
Okay. I assume everyone goes with. You continue walking down these stone passageways. For a second, for a while, for a moment, it almost looks like Thena's light is dying out, but it's not. It's just that the walls are getting so much more covered with these vines that the light is just not reflecting. And as you turn a corner, that all changes. The passage ends in a massive, shimmering archway of blue-silver geometry. It is not made of stone or metal, but of light that possesses a terrifying physical weight. Suspended at the center by thin silver wires is a giant, hollow brass bust, a face with no eyes. The floor beneath you is composed of long, narrow slats of resonant alloy that hum with a low frequency vibration. As you enter the resonance chamber, the bust tilts towards you. It doesn't use air to speak. It vibrates the floor and the very atoms in the room. You are noise in the equation. The architecture of perfection has no room for unstable vectors. Justify your existence within the constant or be reduced to raw data. A thrum from behind you alerts you to a vertical plane of intense golden light that begins to crawl towards you. It doesn't cast shadows, it consumes them. As it nears, the air tastes like copper. And you get a very uncomfortable feeling in your mind and in your soul. And the only words you can think of to put to it are, your memories begin to itch. Let's roll initiative again.
Oh,
Zahar.
I rolled it.
Okay.
I got it. I thought I got an 8. Maybe not. Oh, sorry.
That's
It didn't take. Let me do it again. Hold on.
Zahar is 16. For some reason this didn't take correctly. Take 14. Oh, that's right.
All right. I'm going to take this minute to
What?
let the doggos out.
Okay.
Well, answers that question.
So,
All right.
8. Awesome. All right. Zell, it's your turn first. So here's what you have. You have what looks to be a solid plane of light that is currently 30 feet away from you. You're guessing that it's not going to stay there. And you have this giant head on strings that, at least you're assuming that it came from it. It would be kind of difficult for, I mean, there's nothing else that could possibly do it. That just told you to justify your existence. How would you like to handle this?
Let's see. If only I were good at persuading people.
I know, right?
Oh, wait. Look at that. Okay, so I'm going to have to pitch you some bullshit.
Yep. All right. Yeah. So this is going to be difficulty 6. And yeah, persuasion would be the one to use.
All right. Okay, I'm going to start off with totally BSing my way through a mathematics class.
Okay.
The noise that you think we are in the equation demonstrates the lack of perfection in your equations currently. It has to accept everything and thus be universal. Oh, let me retry that one.
There you go.
There we go. Fine. All right. Worth an XP.
Yep. Zahar.
Yes.
um, you can see. At the base of you see beyond a you see an arch, and kind of woven into it is a mass of calcified tissue, and you can see it. You can see it pulsing with that same sludge from the previous room. You also notice that it kind of got a little more active as whatever this thing was seemed to be formulating a response to what Zell said.
Okay. So, am I picking up that this might be some sort of like corrupted biomass? And how far away is it from me?
It's about 20 feet. However, you make me. It's going to be an intellect-based check. Basically, make me a faith roll. And we'll make it relatively easy. It's difficulty 3.
And that would be intellect?
Intellect, and if there's something you want to try to sell me on.
I mean, it's not a trick or an illusion that I would see through.
Nope.
And I got perception.
No. This is more of like doing an insight check on yourself.
Okay, yeah, I don't really have. Yeah, it would just have to be straight intellect.
Okay.
At this point. And it's a what difficulty?
3.
Okay.
Nice. So this is I would say this is a moment of a minor crisis of faith for Zahar. Am I right?
Yeah, kinda.
You the last time you heard your goddess's voice, it sounded very far away, and it sounded like she was in some kind of trouble, which goes against everything that you have ever heard, learned, thought of, felt about Arashki.
Okay.
But when it comes down to it, you are a champion.
Mm-hmm.
And that has to mean more than just looking to your goddess for all of the answers and all of the cues.
Mm-hmm.
You carry her banner. You carry her essence and her being and her will into the world.
Mm-hmm.
You are a vanguard.
Yes.
And you look back and you see this wall of light slowly advancing towards you. And you know that these floor slats, there's been so much about music and vibration and resonance. You are pretty sure that you can, like, smack the floor slats with your sword, like hitting a tuning fork,
Mm-hmm.
and probably be able to disrupt, at least for a while, this advancing energy.
Okay. So, with that,
Okay.
I take a knee
Mm-hmm.
where I stand, where I am,
Mhm.
and I do power crash.
Nice. Okay. Difficulty 5. Actually, and you know what? Take an asset, because you're going to be affecting more of the floor than if you just struck it.
I...
Wow.
Okay.
There we go.
So, the major and minor effects I've already factored into this encounter.
Okay.
So, but yeah, you've never seen a wall of light look stunned until now.
I think I have proved my purpose in being.
Yep. Tick.
So, persuasion, huh?
Yep.
Yep. I approach it.
Okay.
You claim perfection, yet clearly your status of infection discredits you immediately, given the vast history of this mountain, of my people, of our success, our developments. And as my good friend said, you did not account for our presence beforehand. Therefore, it is we who come to make more perfect.
Okay. It's going to be a difficulty 5 persuasion check, and you are going to be hindered by 1 step from the squelching and pulsing of the little valve, the marrow valve thing.
Okay. Final difficulty. Okay. Oh boy. Okay. I've got. I'll do it one more.
Okay.
Last
Need
one.
another do you need another XP?
I've got one more.
Okay.
This is it. It's still a failure. Okay.
Howard. Oh, so
Yes.
hold on, let me, because you actually failed.
Yeah.
I am the architect of perfection. You are variables. There is no place for you here. Now, Howard.
Okay. I obviously missed some very important context. What the hell are we doing?
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot that you went out to take care of the dogs. I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
So there
I
is.
mean, I
As,
could just play it blind like Howard, like
so what? As you can see by the it looks like Tequila and Zell are currently in a battle of wits with a large wired gnome bust.
okay.
Beyond it, there is an archway made of light. At the base of that, and this is not in the image, there is a kind of muscle valve of calcified tissue that seems to be now engaged. Probably even, the only thing you can think is that it's now part of the argument. And there is a solid wall of light that has been inching its way towards you, but Zahar slammed her sword into the floor, and all of the metal slats vibrated, and the wall is just kind of sitting there vibrating but not moving.
Okay. And this head thing isn't engaging me in.
Correct. Make me a difficulty 3 intellect check. So you put 2 and 2 together and realize that if you can keep that valve thing pinned and maybe stop it from, you might be able to stop it from interfering with your friends apparently trying to out logic brass head.
Okay. I guess it's time to duck things up.
Okay.
I will go I guess, try and wrestle the icky, disturbingly biological foul.
Okay. It is a difficulty 5. Might.
Assuming bite.
Yes.
Yes. Balls.
Are you keeping it or?
I flushed all the XP I had down the drain in the last one.
I mean, other people can spend it. It's up to you guys.
I will spend it to, hopefully ease my effort one.
Okay.
So give it another whirl.
There it is.
Very crisp.
Nice.
All right.
Okay.
It's even more slippery than he thought, and
Yep.
he has to get a better grip on it. And
But so now that you're a little bit up closer to it, you see that basically the valve is kind of opening and closing. Was kind of that pulsing thing that you saw earlier, and it's controlling the flow of that particular again more of that sludge from the previous room. You managed to get it nice and pinned, so you think you probably bought yourself not only this round but the next round of basically taking it out of the equation, so to speak.
thank you, Zal.
Tina.
I am trained in pleasant social interactions.
I don't think this is pleasant.
Yeah,
it's a
I don't think
logical
that's
argument.
gonna work.
Yeah, it's a debate basically.
Yeah,
It's certainly really unpleasant on this end.
the logic duel is just
make me a difficulty 3 intellect check.
okay. Throw into effort. Yes. Okay.
So those things at the top, it occurs to you that you've probably been spending way too much time around Tequila, because you're now putting together that those things that it's suspended from are probably some kind of wires for whatever energy is powering this thing, and you can probably use that to. Now it looks like the light, as you see it, is kind of pulsing outwards, but it's the same hue as the wall of light.
Okay.
Now Zahar has taken care of it this turn, so you have a round respite if you want to try something else. But that would be something that you could do to kind of help take care of the wall problem. You can also throw someone an asset.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw it at somebody an asset because just my brain just keeps. Apparently, my brain has hit this point in the night where it just keeps yelling at me from like way over here, going, burn it with fire," and I don't think that's gonna. gonna really,
Fair.
help.
Okay. Who are you throwing an asset to Zell?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And at the end of round 1, the light does not move. Well done, Zahar. Zell!
So perhaps your perfection you're trying to construct is too small. See that we have a much broader range of variables here. We have the celestial heavens where all variables bend towards infinity. I pointed at Seraphina. And to the infernal realms where everything bends towards oblivion. We have with us body, mind, and spirit. And I pointed at Heward, Tikidal, and Zahar, respectively.
Nice. All right. Yeah. Difficulty 5. Perception. You get 1 asset from Seraphina, and you can go ahead and take another asset because that was a really nice argument, or a really nice framing of it.
Hey, look, your philosophy degree came in useful.
I know, right?
Nice.
Yeah, you mentioning Zahar's whole spirit thing just really cemented, like, oh, I got it.
Yep. Very nice. Zahar. The
Right?
the wall the wall of light has seemed to have recollected itself and is now starting to move forward again.
I power crash again.
Okay. It's difficulty 5.
Oh, Jesus.
Not gonna hurt. I'm actually gonna do it. 2 levels of effort.
Okay. So it doesn't look like you've stopped it entirely again this round, but it's certainly its advance has been slowed.
Cool.
Tikidal.
Not many moving parts on this guy, huh?
No.
Because I'm really curious if old Baldy Gnome there could maybe use a tune-up.
Make me a difficulty 3 intellect roll, and you can use There's Your Problem.
Its base difficulty is showing as 5.
Oh, it should be 3.
It should be.
Yeah. Okay.
There
Oh,
we
yeah, you're right. Yes,
go.
yes. I'm sorry. I did put back to 5. My bad.
Is okay. This is intellect. Oh, I still have intellect. That's good. Level of effort, and boom. What?
So it's a success, but it's still a GM intrusion.
Well,
He'd worn the difficulty down far enough
Yeah.
that it was within the GM intrusion range.
Yeah, you would put the difficulty down to 0, which means you could have simply said I succeed. You would
I
have.
could have.
Would you like to retroactively do that?
Yes, I would.
Okay. um.
Oh, okay. I feel like we need to like screenshot that for posterity.
Right. If someone who is not currently running the game could do that, I would appreciate that.
I'm on it.
Thank you.
On it.
So you think about the idea of a tune-up, and your brain starts putting things together. And you wonder, maybe not a tune-up so much as gumming up the works. And your grandfather just gave you a failsafe code that worked for that. You have no idea if it'll work for this, but it's worth a try.
It is worth a try. Huh. Okay.
So this will be a technical roll, not a logic roll. So
All right.
you'll not be using persuasion. But you can use what can you use? You can use learning something new. You can use no, I'll just say you can use there's your problem. That'll get you both levels of skill. And then you can actually go ahead and take 2 assets for using the failsafe. You get the feeling that this is only going to work once.
Yeah.
It's basically I'm giving you a cipher for it.
Right. Right. And yeah.
Now,
So.
Okay, so I will say a peek behind the curtain of the mechanics.
Right.
Succeeding at the roll will get you a certain number of progress points. Using effort will help. It will get you more. Rolling a 19 or 20 will get you more as well.
Okay.
So
it's more than just, oh, hey, I'm throwing a level of effort. The difficulty is 0.
Yeah, if you get it to 0, you can do that if you want. You can also roll to see if you can get even more.
Oh yeah, I will.
Yeah.
I will do that and pray to God we don't do this again. I'll take that.
Okay. Okay.
What did you think? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yay.
So yeah, because you're in this, and just for you stop and you think, you say, wait a second, I'm arguing with a machine. This thing's a machine.
Mm-hmm.
Let's glitch the machine. And you do. Howard, this is
Okay.
You have bought yourself a free round from the marrow valve thing. If there is something else you would like to do.
Not sure what else he can do to help the logical argument. Because he is the sand in the gears.
Yep.
He is the terror that flaps at night.
Right.
So I am thinking that okay, he's bought extra time, but this thing really kind of looks like a larynx, right?
Yeah.
You know it. So when you've got your hands around the throat of your enemy, you crush it, right?
Okay.
So he's going to try and permanently damage this thing, not just,
Okay. That's going to be far more difficult.
right. But I've got a extra round
Yeah.
here, so might as well.
Yep. So that's going to be a difficulty 8.
Just my check.
Yep.
Okay. Both levels of effort into it to make it actually achievable.
You still only have effort 2?
Yep.
Nice.
Didn't need it.
Very nice. All right. So it does not. You do not destroy it,
No.
but you do mangle it enough that basically everyone for the next 2 rounds, which should be more than enough to take care of this thing. Not only do you not have the hindrance from this thing, but everyone actually also has an asset. Serafina!
So did you manage to smash it into shut the fuck up?
I am literally Homer Simpsoning this thing. Just
Are you little?
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna kind of just throw another asset at Zell just to try to keep just
Okay.
hawking this thing into circles until it finally just like, nope, I give up.
Okay. Yep. The end of the round, the wall moves 5 feet closer. And we're back to Zell.
So I'm going to switch tactics a little bit as I feel that this argument is nearing its end, and I have a couple of assets added on. And I love the counterpoint of this, that I'm here just having, a conversation with it, trying to persuade it to shut down, whereas Howard is literally choking the shit out of it at the same time.
Pretty much, yeah.
And because the expanse of the variables that we represent, I see what the fundamental problem you are having is you're trying to encompass everything, all infinity, and divide it down into an immovable part, which is to say, you're trying to divide infinity by 0. If Tick can screw with the machine, I can screw with the machine.
Right?
Okay, Kirk.
Yeah,
No.
that will be
Okay.
that'll be
I have 2 assets.
one from Serafina and one from Howard.
And if I ease the task by 1, that's an automatic success. Will that be enough to shut him down?
Why, look at that. Yes, it will.
I will take my automatic success and not risk it on these dice tonight.
Right? The final piece of the puzzle clicks into place like a key in a lock. The giant brass bust freezes mid-tilt, the silver wires glowing with a blinding, pure white light. The creeping wall of gold shatters into a million harmless prismatic shards that evaporate before they even hit the floor. The oracle's voice loses its discordant layering, settling into a singular, resonant tone. Variable accepted. Error margin reduced to 0. Proceed, vectors. May the constant refine you.
Zell rolls his shoulders back, looks at the others.
The blue-silver geometry of the archway begins to fold inward with the elegance of origami, revealing the path forward. Your logic has held, and you have justified your existence. There are, once again, ciphers here, if people would like them.
What have we got?
So we have a subtle cipher, Oracle's echo, a lingering vibration in the user's mind. The user speaks with the Oracle's multitonal voice. All enemies within short range intellect attack are stunned, unable to act for 1 round by the sheer logical weight of the words. Number 2, calculated certainty. The user briefly sees the architecture of perfection underlying reality. Treat your next action as if you had rolled a natural 20. Vector correction. The user can rewrite a recent failure in the logic of the world. Immediately after an ally, not the user, fails a roll, the user can invoke this to let that ally re-roll with an asset. There are also 2 other manifest ciphers. A heavy silver cube that seems to pull toward the floor, dragging at the light around it. When thrown, it creates a localized gravity well. All creatures in a short area are pulled to the center and pinned, becoming immobile for 3 rounds. And a braid of silver wires, the length of the conductive wire that held the Oracle's bust, still humming with energy. When wrapped around a weapon, it infuses the next strike with decompilation energy. The attack deals 8 points of intellect damage, ignoring physical armor, as it attempts to delete the target's mind. Now again, if you like any of these, you're welcome to them, but keep in mind your cipher limits.
Absolutely take the one that stuns people. That seems very much in my wheelhouse.
Yeah.
Given the way the dice have been lately, I'd like to take the 20 and get rid of the one you just gave me in the last round.
Okay.
Aries high. I know.
I would like to see Howard knock somebody in the head so hard it hurts their intelligence, decompiles them, and makes them disappear. Just saying.
Right?
Okay. I will either have to ditch the scribe's compass or the penultimate key, which are 2 very similar objects. One basically can walk through 2 feet of stuff, and the other is basically the skeleton key to end all skeleton keys.
Although Dick having an 8-point attack would be kind of nice.
With what, his sling?
Nobody'd see that coming.
Yeah,
No.
just totally,
Dick, why are you weaving that into a chainmail ball? You'll find out.
You'll find out soon enough.
Okay.
So is Tick taking that one, or am I ditching one of these 2?
I am full up. I mean, I could get rid of burst of speed, but like that could either be effective or funny or both. And then I've got the tuning fork and a perfection, and I'm not getting rid of that perfection.
Yeah, no, that's fine. So key or compass, which one do I keep?
Well,
Yeah, no, please continue.
my thought would be keep the compass, because very few doors, you're going to find very few doors that are both locked and thicker than 2 feet.
Okay.
And you're taking what, the silver braid?
Yeah.
Okay.
Unless it's better to grab whatever Zahar ditched.
Oh, I got rid of it. It was I just deleted it. I'm sorry. I don't remember what it was.
Okay. Because there
It was
one that
I could roll twice and take the higher of the two, whatever that was.
But that was every round, once every round for an encounter.
Yeah.
that's really good. That I would not have ditched that one. Like, what was the other one you had?
I'm not getting rid of the other one that I was gonna. That I still have one that I'm holding in my back pocket, and the one I took was the calculated certainty that I treat my next action if it was a natural 20.
Right, but you have two, right?
Right.
Just not okay.
I'm holding on to one that I'm not getting rid of because that's a good one that I foresee we're gonna eventually need.
So I'm going to suggest let's take the rest of this offline because I can guarantee you that you will not need it for the rest of tonight.
Mm-hmm.
And we can move on and do this offline.
Okay, yeah. But
the archway opens into a vacuum of sound. You step into the hollowed heart of the mountain, a vertical shaft of infinite light piercing an abyss that stretches forever above and below. You stand on a precarious maintenance lattice, suspended like a spiderweb over a roaring pillar of blue-silver energy. The air tastes of copper, and the metal beneath your boots hums like a world-sized tuning fork. At the center of this storm sits an elderly, gnomish woman. To Keatle, you recognize her from the locket and your visions, though she is now fused into a throne of glass and wires. She turns her head, her silver eyes reflecting the weary focus of a researcher at the end of a long project. Honestly, Tequila, I was starting to get disappointed. How many more breadcrumbs would I have to lay out for you? Your cousin's caught on much faster. Thankfully, my little parlor trick and Kosh finally did it. In case you hadn't figured it out, yes, I am Quendel, and it is a genuine pleasure to meet the last of my legacy. She leans forward towards you, the light casting sharp shadows across her vellum-thin skin. The Empire thinks this is a weapon. They're obsessed with primitive metrics like kinetic force. I built this because our people are an endangered species. Every time a gnome dies, a library of data is permanently deleted. It's an unacceptable loss. Nature is a closed loop of decay, Tequila. Inefficient, messy. Your grandfather's universal constant was the key to fixing it, but the device required biological regulators. I raised our 5 sons to be the equipment that I needed, but he went soft at the last moment, stuck them out on the eve of my triumph, thinking he could bury the future. She gestures to the massive machinery into 4 glass pillars, where the silhouettes of your cousins pulse in the blue-silver glow. But now, my final, darling component, you're here. Together, we can preserve it all, forever. She looks at the shock on your face and shakes her head. I'm not destroying the world, I'm saving it. Today, we refuse to bow to entropy. Today, we stop losing what we cannot replace. Boom! A large explosion causes the entire chamber to shudder, and the metal beneath your feet shivers quite uninspiringly. Her head snaps up. Those fools are almost through the seal. We don't have much time. Sit! Take the seat I built for you. She motions towards another chair on the ledge. Finish your grandfather's legacy and save our people! Boom! I'm going to need you all to roll initiative. And that's where we're going to end episode 9 of chapter 2 of Echoes of the Undying. Once again, this one called The Anatomy of Control. Hang on tight, folks. Join us next time, which I hope will actually be next week because we did some schedule munching around for the season finale. But in the meantime, we're going to get out of here. We're going to take a quick break, do our after show. That'll go up on YouTube tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. But in the meantime, for Matt, Julie, Patrick, Ray, and ECAT, and I just messed up the order, and I don't care. I am Trevor, the Vitruvian Meeple. Good night, everyone.